Ein wunderherrliches Moin Moin, herzlich willkommen zurück zum Game Pass Check. In der letzten Folge haben wir uns mal Neoverse angeguckt, weil sich das gewünscht wurde vom guten Stefan. Und jetzt, ja, schauen wir mal, was die Überrasch Mich Funktion dieses Mal vorschlägt. Ace Combat 7, alles klar. Gut, da wird der Download ein bisschen dauern. Ja. Ich kann ja hier währenddessen einfach mal schon mal ein bisschen durchscrollen, damit ihr mal schauen könnt, was sonst noch so im Game Pass drin ist. Ich weiß übrigens nicht, warum diese Rare Replay Spiele hier, Banjo-Kazooie und so, manchmal mehrfach drin sind. Genau, aber ja, der Download wird jetzt ein bisschen dauern, deswegen werde ich gleich nochmal cutten. Wie gesagt, schreibt gerne in die Kommentare, wenn ihr irgendwas sehen wollt. Warum ist denn Fable 2 russisch? Okay. Fable 2 ist einfach zweimal im Game Pass. Interessant. Genauso wie die anderen, wie gesagt, die Rare Replay Spiele. Sind auf jeden Fall richtig coole Sachen dabei, ne? So Must-Plays wie Ori oder keine Ahnung, hier Pillars of Eternity, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Rage 2, Resident Evil 7, Sea of Thieves, Slay the Spire, Shadow Warrior 2, State of Decay. Der Game Pass ist voll mit geilen Sachen, tatsächlich. Und halt auch auf dem PC zu nutzen, wo die Bibliothek dann ein bisschen anders ist. Hier die Yakuza-Spiele. Genau, also auf dem PC ist die Bibliothek ein bisschen anders. Ein paar PC-Exklusive wie Age of Empires sind zum Beispiel da drin. Dafür andere nicht. Genau. Und wir sehen uns gleich wieder, wenn der Download beendet ist. Bis gleich. So, da sind wir wieder. Für euch nur ein kurzer Übergang, für mich eine Dreiviertelstunde Downloadzeit, in der ich ein bisschen YouTube geguckt habe. Ja, dann starten wir mal mit Ace Combat 7. Ah, dankeschön. Gibt Reward-Punkte. Ich habe das selber schon mal kurz angespielt. Oh, mal gucken. Probieren wir es mal aus. So, kurz Optionen gucken. Es ist ein Flugspiel. So ein Dogfight-Game. Ich lasse das jetzt erstmal alles auf Standard. Ich hoffe, das ist mehr oder minder vernünftig. Das Spiel hat auf jeden Fall richtig krasse... Was? Ja, meinetwegen. Story neu starten. Ja. Casual. Ich bin neu. Ja, komm. Na, obwohl, normal. Ach komm, soll ja auch lustig werden, ne? Gibt's nämlich erstmal eine Videosequenz.
Anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the ocean air defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. Straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have put in my investment in this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Wie ernst sich das Ganze nimmt. Als wäre das ein Metal Gear Solid oder so.
Is everyone here?
Oh,
Settle down. I said settle down.
ich bin ruhig.
You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land.
Bezwingen Sie zur Landung.
Counterattack. Then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble. All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Okay. Einsatzname Deerhorn. Operationsziel: schalten Sie die feindlichen Bomber aus. Alles klar, 2019. Sonnig, Wolkendecke verstreut. Können wir jetzt alle angucken? Okay, Kamerazoom. Kamera bewegen. Alles klar, weiter. Achso. Mission. Briefing hatten wir gerade. Dann starten wir mal. Ich habe keine Ahnung von der Steuerung. Wir haben nur dieses Ding zur Auswahl. Dieses Flugzeug. Das ist unsere Spezialwaffe. Ja, mehr können wir ja nicht. Also fangen wir an. Man darf gespannt sein.
Scramble, get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Ach Gott. Zum Glück keine EU-Perspektive. Ich dachte gerade.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Situation is tight. It's a hell of a
Beschleunigen Sie mit RT. Okay.
Good luck.
Soweit so normal.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
For that, Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1.
Das ging.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Okay.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go
Sind
time.
wir Mage 2?
Roger that.
Column 4, understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all
Wenn
unidentified.
ich loslasse, verlieren wir Geschwindigkeit, ne? Ja.
They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger.
Oh Gott. Ich muss mal eben ganz kurz die Kamera invertieren. Ja, so ist besser. Sieht aber schick aus. Auch wenn es nicht der Microsoft Flight Simulator ist.
Okay, here we go. Looks like
Und Lenkraketen.
it's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight.
Das war fairly easy.
Bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
Ach so.
There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
Hier die roten, ne? Oder was? Also dahin. Ja, doch, Target. Passt. Wir können die Map so behalten, denke ich.
Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts
Treffe ich doch so gar nicht.
attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Ach so, okay, wir haben zwei Gegner.
Title 3 engaging.
Target
Oha.
down. Looking good, Mage 2.
Bandit under 6. Watch it.
Bandit auf
Mage
6.
2. Targets in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some.
Wo sind die? Oben und... Ah, da.
Still barely gotten his feet wet.
Missile cruising evading.
Huch. War noch gar nicht erfasst.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Oh yeah. Really?
Mage 2. Target down.
Oh, den habe ich
Knock him out
quasi
with your special
gestreift.
weapon. Use it when you need to.
Wo ist er hin? Hinter mir. Ich sehe den Pfeil, aber ich bin ganz schön langsam. Ah! Ja.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Sieht schon sehr cool aus.
You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if we can make it in one piece.
Sorry, wenn gerade schon wieder Frame Drops sind. Keine Ahnung, woran das gerade liegt.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander.
Da vorne.
All your 6 covered, sir.
In den Wolken.
Radio.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
So, einmal wenden.
Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verified.
Drones? Are you
Junge.
right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs. I can't tell them apart.
Enemy bomber hit, but still airborne. Finish it off.
Ach, da oben. Ich Idiot. Warum will ich denn immer nach unten fliegen? Zeigt er mir eigentlich immer mit Mick? Der lebt noch. Der ist noch nicht putt. Die Warnung. Weswegen Warnung?
Don't let them destroy the harbor. Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor is under heavy fire.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their own payload.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Ja. Achso, die Pfeile zeigen mir an, wo ich überhaupt noch Gegner finde gerade. Ach, hier sind auch welche zwischen. Nicht nur die roten. Ach, verdammt. Ist gar nicht so leicht. Da oben ist er. Ach du, ey. Ich hoffe, euch wird jetzt nicht schwindelig. Komm schon, dich kriege ich. Ah. Jawohl. Jetzt haben wir ihn erwischt. Ja, treffen nicht, oder? Doch. Jetzt müssen wir zu den anderen. Das dauert ein bisschen. Treffen wir nicht, oder? Du Arsch. Ich glaube, wir machen gerade ein Looping. Jo. Dich krieg ich. Dich krieg ich, du Sack.
I'm on this one's tail.
Targeting gun range. Missile away.
Golem 1, box 2.
Jetzt sehen wir mal die anderen Raketen.
Locked.
Yo, Triple Kill.
You got this.
Jetzt sind wir wieder die Einzelnen. Ist ja nämlich nur noch einer.
Enemies locked on.
Oh Gott, das war knapp. Ah.
To Golem and Mage. Job well done. All bombers are down.
Jawohl.
Radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Mission erfüllt. Erfüllt.
Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Ich hätte jetzt einfach mal alles losgelassen. Mal gucken.
Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Ach Gott. Ja, man kann ins Cockpit gehen.
I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia.
Prinzessin.
Citizens of Erusia.
Wie Prinzessin.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
Ah, jetzt kann man sich das Ganze nochmal in der Wiederholung angucken?
Situation is tight.
Einmal vorspulen.
That bird in the air.
Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1.
Krass.
Mage 2 altitude lifted. Good luck.
Okay.
Carrier. Whoa.
Kann man natürlich machen, wenn man da Bock drauf hat.
Damage.
Can't have any more casualties.
Aber wir überspringen das jetzt mal. High Power Air-to-Air Missile. Yo, Achievement.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base.
5 Gamer Score. Yeah.
Confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping.
Ja, komm.
Many wars are. That means.
Achso. Gelände ein, aus. Höhendifferenz anzeigen. Oh. Okay, wie auch immer. Flugzeugschema wurde im Kampagnenmodus freigeschaltet. Sie können nun Upgrade-Teile im Kampagnen... Was? Oh, man kann die Dinger auch noch upgraden.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Erusia, has been seized by the Erusian army.
Weltraumlift.
Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Erusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Erusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Alles klar.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid.
Ist das dein Ernst gerade?
On the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usia, paid for by the Oseans.
Sorry, ich kann gerade nicht folgen.
Did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osia was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osia released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osia pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
Tja, Lack gesoffen.
In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa consent to leave of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
Das ist eine richtige Call of Duty Story.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard.
Das ist krass, wie gut das aussieht.
Was a prison.
Also abgesehen von den Charaktermodellen.
But half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit?
Nee.
So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Was ein herrlicher Blödsinn. Also jetzt mal really. Ja, viel weiter werden wir das jetzt hier nicht führen. Ich hoffe, ihr habt einen Einblick ins Spiel bekommen. Falls es euch gefallen hat, lasst gerne ein Like da oder auch ein Abo, falls das noch nicht geschehen ist. Kritik dürft ihr gerne in den Kommentaren äußern und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal beim Game Pass Check. Bis dann, ciao, ciao.